Oh, hey everyone, I'm Whitney Ullman, and we are here with the one and only Robyn Schall. I'm so excited. She's going to be at Harrah's Resort in Atlantic City on April 27th, and we can't wait. That's going to be so great.
I am so excited. I mean, I love Atlantic City as a person,
Okay.
as someone who likes to have fun. And so now that I'm getting to perform at the Harrows, it's just so cool.
It is super cool. I just saw a video you did about parallel parking, and I think you said you had just gotten home from Atlantic City. So were you down there and
Yeah.
didn't tell me?
So what happened was like I asked my manager to call the theater and ask if I could like go and film some TikToks in the theater to like help promote and everything. And they're like, she's just gonna come to make videos. I'm like, and gamble and eat.
Yeah, and all
I'm
of
like,
that.
yeah, just for the videos, just for the videos. You could spend just like 7 hours there and you feel like you're there for like a week. Like the
Yeah.
time is, or you could be there for a week and it feels like a day. Time does not exist in these casinos.
They have no clocks for a reason. So
I know.
I know you've talked about this a million times, but you went viral back on in 2020 about your list of your resolutions and how now you can't do any of them. And I think everybody can relate to that. What did it feel like to have all the celebrities kind of chime in?
It was wild because I mean, I had been doing stand up since 2011. Like I've been in this business for so long and I was a working comedian. I just wasn't famous or like have a fan base, but that was how I paid my bills. So I'd been doing this forever and I'd been pumping out content like every day. I post videos or I was live streaming every day. So I'd been doing this and then just one video, just then all of a sudden all eyes were on me and not just followers, but like celebrities, politicians, like everyone was looking at me. And I'm like, wait, I just do stupid things on the internet and tell jokes. But it was wild. I remember there was this one night it was like a 3 week span that was just insanity, just like talk shows and just everything. And I didn't want to sleep because if I went to sleep, I was missing the excitement. I remember I went to sleep and I woke up at like 2 in the morning and the Kardashian sisters were fighting in my comment section about who found the video first, right? And I was like, I can't believe I almost slept through this. So it was just like a wild whirlwind. But yeah, it was so fun.
And it changed your life. I mean, that's so cool for all those people to then bring attention to you. And now you do, when you were talking about how you were doing comedy for a long time, I was watching a lot of your videos. And what I personally like is that you do all different things. Like some people focus on just one topic. Like you have all kinds of stuff from parking your car to your bathtub to all the men I like trying to find a man and all the funny, TikToks and videos
Yeah.
like that. And also you did that world record with the donuts. That's cool. Any world records this year?
No, one's enough. That was so
Okay.
hard. Yeah, people are always trying. I think the reason I struggled so much to break into the business is because I don't fit into a mold. Like there's not just one thing I do. I don't just do stand up. I don't do character. I'm just Robyn. I do so much stuff. So I think that was why it was a little hard for the business for me to break in because people want you in a box, and when
Yes.
you're not in a box it's a little bit more difficult for people to go, but what do you do? So then what was so great, the way I went viral was then people were like, oh, okay, it's just Robyn doing these things, and I was accepted that way. And what was really exciting was, when I used to do stand up, because I would be in the comedy club or on a show with a bunch of comics, I had to just do stand up. But now that this is my own show that I take on the road, there's stand up, there's videos, I bring people up, there's games. It's if you watch me on social media, like you said, I do everything.
I
So
know.
now these shows that I'm now taking out on the road, as I call it, the Robyn Schall experience, because it's not a normal stand-up show. You can't just
Okay.
think I'm just going to stand there with a mic. It is an experience. There's music, there's dancing. It's wild.
It's cool. I was going to ask you about that because I saw you said that. And I'm like, that's cool because that is different and it brings a different element than people just going and listening and laughing. The interaction makes a huge difference, especially in all
Yeah,
these
it's
big
so
cities.
fun. It's so fun. And even if you don't know me, let's say like you bring a group of girlfriends who don't know me, or you bring your husband or whatever, within the first 10 minutes of the show, the whole room knows each other. Like it's not just with me. So it feels like almost like a party that you're watching. If you want to be a part of it, you can come up. Like it's an event. So it's been really cool that I've been able to take what I do on social media, take what I do in stand up, mix it together, and put out this show that I'm touring with.
I love it. I think it's so cool. How is your dating life going?
Oh, well, that's a mess.
I was just thinking about how you have all these great videos, and then I'm like, some hot man is gonna come in your life. I have a feeling. Like,
I mean, here's the thing. There's many of men. It's just none that are boyfriend
yeah,
material, like they're just, but he brings such good material, not
right.
good boyfriend material, but good social
Comedy.
media and entertainment material. And when the right one comes, the internet will be the first to know.
Okay.
Definitely. But I was doing this podcast for a while where people would call in with, questions and stuff. And someone's like, I watch you on social media. You enjoy dating so much. Like, I hate it. Do you have any tips? And I'm like, I only enjoy it because I'm not actively going on dates for looking for husbands. I'm going out on these dates to have a good time and enjoy myself. So even if the guy stinks, I'm having a good time because I'm going out, I'm getting dressed up, I'm putting on my makeup. So I think if you're looking for a husband, dating right now is terrible. But if you're looking to just laugh and come home and be like, what did I just experience? Then dating could be so fun right now.
That's true. If you have that different mindset going into it, it
Yeah.
would be a lot more fun. That's cool. That's great advice, actually. I know you're doing your podcast and people it's called Call Waiting.
Yeah.
What are some of like the craziest questions you've received?
You know what? I really haven't gotten anything so
So wild.
crazy because you know what it is. So I paused the podcast for a little bit because I have a new project coming out that I'm really excited about. But the thing that was great about the podcast is, and my followers in general, because I meet so many of them either at my shows or on the streets, and they're all like people I'd be friends with,
Yeah.
and vice versa. So when people call in, they're almost calling one of their girlfriends and asking me as a girlfriend, especially
Yeah.
because I'm not a specialist. Like I have no
Right.
specialties. I'm not a life coach. I do not have my life together. So you're asking they were calling in asking a girlfriend that they know is a little bit messy. Kind of like
Yeah.
when you
Getting.
ask your girlfriends for questions, like this is a friend, so I value their opinion, but also
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
I 100% agree.
I think people don't always want to go to professionals. They don't want to know it all. Sometimes they want just a girlfriend to not even tell them what to do, but just be like, well, maybe, or just cheer them up or listen.
Try it or
So,
don't be
yeah.
shy or whatever. Yeah, no, that's cool. And I like your advice too with dating. Like if you just want to date and have fun and just kind of see where, if you have that mindset, it could be so much fun. But if you're going
Yeah.
and thinking, is this going to be my future husband? You're putting so much pressure on the situation.
Too much pressure.
That's
It's
fun.
just and especially because most likely the date will not lead to marriage.
Right.
you know,
Exactly.
most of the times when you do find that one, then he's the one, but that's why he's the one. You're not going to find that on every date. So to
Yep.
just want to have fun, I think should always be the goal.
So, and you're in New York. Do you know any of the Real Housewives of New York?
Bethenny Frankel, years ago, I was on her talk show on the panel, and then, but we didn't stay in touch. And then when I went viral, she started following me on TikTok, and we had like a little exchange. But that's about it. But then I actually know more of the Beverly Hills and
Oh,
Jersey housewives. Again, all from when I went viral. That was
oh.
it. They all started following me, and then I was like, oh my God, I love you. I watch all your shows.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh my God, that's cool. Speaking of Bethany, what do you think of that whole reality reckoning going on right now?
Okay, so here's my feeling. I do think reality stars get exploited, and there is no protection versus like with actors and singers, there's unions and
It's
all
true.
these things. With that said, I remember Heidi and Spencer,
Yes.
they were like, we don't
Montage.
care, put us on anything. I
Yeah.
think, there needs to be some rules protecting reality stars, but I think overall, a lot of people that go into reality don't care. They just want to get the followers and
Yeah.
so but I do think there needs to be some sort of protection and some sort of money protection, but I also think the people that go into reality don't care as much. I mean, same thing with comics. Like we don't have a union, and I feel so many times, not so much right now because I have agents and managers that are protecting me from every angle.
Mm.
But back in the day, I mean, there was so many times I was in like these terrible conditions at clubs or pay, like there was no pay scale. Like
Yeah.
one club could pay you $25 for a set, another club pay you 50, another club pay you 200, another club you work for free. And so
Mhm.
there was just no consistency, there was no protection, which is still the case.
Yeah.
But
But when you
but
have
also
representation.
comics are so desperate for stage time. Like I would do so much crap for free and in bad conditions because I just wanted to perform. So I
Mhm.
think it's the same thing like with the reality stars and comics. When you're just so desperate to perform, you're like, whatever, use and abuse. I don't care. Just let me
Yeah.
do my thing.
And then speaking of that, I read that, or maybe watched, you were talking about how you did go through a really rough period where you were like depressed and maybe you didn't know where your career was going to go. And like, it's kind of cool to see how successful you are now. Is there any advice you could give to someone that's aspiring just like you?
Truthfully, it's just you can't give up. I mean, it took me many, many years, and even still where I am today, I still want so much more, and I'm still working towards so much more. But the only definite way not to make it in show business is by quitting and not doing it. That's the only sure way to not make it. But if you keep putting yourself out there and you keep working on getting better and be the best and be undeniable, eventually something will click.
Yeah.
So just stick with it like work hard. You need talent is
Yeah.
actually a very small part of making it in show business.
Right. Persistence is key. There's so many other things.
Yeah. And be nice. I find
Yeah.
people don't want to work with assholes. Oh, I don't know if I could curse on this,
You can
but
say
people don't want to
it.
work with jerks. So the more you're nice to people, the more they want to either work with you or work with you again, and bring you back. So just hard work and don't give up. That's really it. I can't tell you how many times I want to give up and have wanted to give up. There's this one story. One time I was I can't audition no yeah auditioned for a pilot for this TV show. Oh, sorry. I auditioned for this pilot for this TV show. I left the audition. I had to go to a stand-up show, and I got right into a cab to get to my show. I called my mom in the cab, and I'm hysterically crying because I bombed the audition. Bombed the audition, and I'm like, I'm never gonna make it. I'm done. I'm quitting. That's it. I'm done. And she goes, No quitting. Not today. Maybe tomorrow, but not today. And I've told this story, and my followers always like quote my mom on the no quitting, not today, maybe tomorrow, but not today. And then the next day, I booked the role.
Oh
So
my
like
gosh.
the whole point is you don't quit today because you don't know what tomorrow brings. And that's what's so great about show business is one email, one phone call, one viral video changes everything.
Yeah, that's so true.
So yeah,
And you said
no
you're
quitting.
working on a new project. Do you have like a fun film or something?
I can't say, but it's big and it's exciting. I'm really happy.
Okay. I'm like, really? Can you tell me?
um, by the time Harris comes out, it will be public. By the
Okay.
time I'm on stage at Harris, we will know my big, exciting news.
So everyone knows you. We know your comedy. Do you have any fun hidden talents that we don't know?
Well, it's so funny you say that because I just posted the other day. I can balance on very small, thin objects. Like I could balance on a pole. I could balance like on one leg, stand on a stool. Um, yeah, it's so funny because I just posted it like 2 days ago on my Insta story.
Oh,
People are like, wait, how can you do this? I'm like, I don't know.
that's funny. I wish you could show us, but I guess that wouldn't work out with this. So.
I can send you a little clip.
Okay, send me the clip or I'll look for it and then I'll try to add it when I edit this. That's so funny. Fun, like kind of maybe personal but fun questions. Like you're always laughing, but when's the last time you cried?
Oh, 5 minutes ago.
I know. You sound like me.
Oh my gosh,
Oh, God.
I'm an anxious mess all the time. The thing is, comedy is like how I deal with my life. If things are hard, I use humor to cope. I find humor to heal. So it's not that I mask or like I'm hiding from my, it's just that comedy gets me through life.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I mean I'm a mess 90% of the time, but comedy is just, I don't know, and it's not just me, it's my whole family. We don't do sad well. So if we cry, within minutes, someone's making a joke to wrap up the crying and get
Okay, good. Oh, that's nice though. That's good. So you
yeah.
won't get into that depression. You can start laughing and being happy. I like it.
Yeah.
Who's the most famous person that you correspond with?
Oh, the most famous. I mean, Oprah's probably because I feel like everyone knows Oprah.
Yeah, of course. Is she like, do you guys
Yeah.
text each other? Like, hey, what's up?
No, no, no. But I mean, like, she sent me all of her favorite things, and then she posted my video on her Instagram. Then she asked me to be her first guest when she launched her website. So, but we're not like texting,
Yeah.
you know.
Still, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
but I mean, there's just so many that have become friends. I mean, I'm still their biggest fans, but it's people have been so kind to me. And I think it's because the ones that like me end up being the nice celebrities. Do you know? It's
Right.
because people are like, "Who's the meanest?" Or who? I'm like, "No, none of the mean celebrities talk to me.
Like
Like
that.
that's not
Right.
who is.
I know.
They wouldn't find me funny or like what I do. It's all the nicest celebrities that have reached out and been so kind. But Leslie Jordan was the. I mean, when I say nice, it's like that's not even he was did a book tour with Katie Kirk was on a book tour and he was the guest. I think it was in San Francisco, and he like gets back to his hotel and he calls me and he's like, Robyn, I need to tell you because we had done a bunch of videos on social media together. He's like, Robyn, I tell you, people were coming up to me and I just wanted to. I was remembering. I made a note to remember all the nice things people said about you to me. And I just want to relay that he should have just gone to bed. He didn't have to do. I mean, how many times people go, "Oh, I love what you did with blah blah." He took like a mental note so that he could call and tell me that. Like he was just an exceptionally nice
Amazing.
person.
Yeah, I saw your interview with Katie Couric. Why was she in a dress though? I don't understand. She was like in a dress,
Oh,
the thing, and then you're like, you're not gonna
I'll tell
hey.
you why. Because it was in the middle of the pandemic that I went viral.
Okay,
And
yeah.
this was during the time when all the celebrities were going on TV shows in their pajamas.
Okay.
And so I'm going viral, and Drew Barrymore's asking me to come on, and Oprah wants to interview me, and Katie Couric on. And so I was not going to waste my big moment that I had been working for years with everyone in their pajamas. So when Katie Couric's people were like, Katie wants to interview, I was like, great, she can interview me, but she has to wear a ball gown. And like they don't
Oh,
know me. Like I came out of nowhere. And so they're like, okay, she'll wear a ball gown. So then we go live and she was in a ball gown.
oh,
She
I can't
delivered.
even believe that. And she
Yeah,
was probably
she was
so annoyed getting ready though. And then had
but
fun.
she's also someone who like went above and beyond to help me after. I mean, she's how I met Leslie Jordan because she's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to be a talk show host. So then she set up interviews for me to interview Leslie Jordan, Rachel Maddow, so that to help me like start.
Yeah,
So tell you, everyone's been was so nice to me and continuously has been so nice to me.
I love that. I love hearing that. Do you have like a reality show guilty pleasure? Something you watch all the
All of them. I'm a reality junkie. I watch all of them. I'm obsessed with Traders right now. Are you watching
Yeah.
that?
Oh yeah, I'm watching it.
I love reality shows, but I have no desire to be on them. That's the only one I kind of want to be on because I feel like I'd be
Okay.
really good at it.
Okay.
um, but yeah, I watch The Real Housewives. I watch Survivor, Big Brother, Sister Wives. I watch all of them.
I love Big Brother. It's like my favorite show.
Me
I
too.
love it. I
It's
can't.
so good.
Every year in New York, they have like a red carpet premiere party. I'll have to let you know about it because they have the contestants from like all the seasons all come in and then they watch the premiere of the new season. So I go every
Oh,
year.
that's fun.
Yeah, I'll have to tell you about it next time. We'll hang in New York. I love it.
Perfect.
Do you have anything else that you want to tell your fans or any new upcoming projects that you want to talk about?
I just, on a daily basis on Instagram and TikTok, I take, my followers along on my daily adventures. So be sure you're following me at Robyn Schall Comic. And this tour, the Robyn Schall Experience, I can't promise what's going to happen at these shows because every show is completely different, but I can promise it's an hour and a half of just laughing nonstop.
And we can't wait. And that's going to be at Harrah's Resort on Saturday, April 27th in Atlantic City.